Hi everybody, thank you for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. Today's project is this incredibly elegant gift set of cards. It's a really lovely gift box. You could use it for all manner of things, but I have got some cards inside that I will show you in a moment. This is made using the detailed floral Thinlets. I thought we'd have a little break from the Springs in the Catalogue projects for a little while and bring out some old favourites. And how beautiful does that look? This is Night of Navy and Smoky Slate, which a lot of you will know are two of my favourite Stampin' Up colours because they were my wedding colours. And they were kind of the colours that I overdosed on for a little while, but I think they just look so elegantly together. I am a little bit biased, of course, in that. So let me show you the box first and then exactly how I made it in a moment. So it is closed with this little bow. Now, I've just made this, I'm filming this sort of after I've made it, and I mess up completely with this closure, but this is how I was hoping it was going to look. So when you get to the end, you can stop 2 minutes from the end because then it just gets cringe as I mess up trying to remember how I was supposed to close it. And this is how it was supposed to look. So a nice little bow that we can undo. Okay, open up the box like this, and inside I have a set of 4 really beautiful but incredibly simple note cards. These are made using the Stampin' Up note cards. So they measure 3.5 by 5 inches. And I have used the gorgeous stamp set Floral phrases, which corresponds beautifully with the Thinlets. I'll show you these in a little bit more detail over on my blog this week. So there's 4 little note cards and their envelopes, and they fit perfectly inside this box. So I will stop talking and I will start the video on how I made it, because isn't it beautiful? Like, so let's start with some scoring. 2 pieces of cardstock. The Smoky Slate section measures 9 3/8 of an inch by 5 inches. Night of Navy is 12 inches by 5. I did try and get it out of standard cardstock, but it just didn't quite fit. So you will need to use 12 by 12 for this project, but I think it's worth it. Okay, let's do some scoring. My mind went blank there. Did you see that? Could you hear it whirling? Okay, let's bring in the scoreboard. All of the measurements will be on craftycarolinecreates.com. If you miss any, you can pop over there. So let's start with the long side along the top, and we are going to score the Night of Navy sheet at 2 inches, 2.5 inches, 8 inches, and 8.5 inches. You're just checking that measurement was right. I think it is. Short edge, we are going to score this at 1/2 inch. Oh. 1/2 inch. Oh, let me start again from the top. Oh, why is it not staying in? 1/2 inch, there we go. I'm not used to scoring such long cardstock. 1/2 inch and at 4.5 inches. Oh, I'm not used to scoring long cardstock. Makes you hold it in place. 4.5 inches all the way down. Okay, let's bring in our Smoky Slate piece. Scoring this at the long side first at 3.5 inches and at 4 inches. And at the short side at 1/2 inch. There we go. And at 4.5 inches. Okay, perfect. Right, let's do some die cutting. So let's put our Smoky Slate to one side and we'll do our Night of Navy bit first. So we're going to just, to help us know where to die cut, let's just fold and burnish those score lines, and this will just help us position the die in exactly the right spot. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to bring in the beautiful detailed floral Thinlet dies. It's a bit difficult to see actually. You've not seen these before. They are 2, oh, this one hasn't been cleaned very well, Caroline. two die pieces and a nice little edge that works on both of the dies. So you could use it, you know, for a box lid. You're not necessarily going to cut an edge unless you add the edge. So we are going to add the edge, and we're going to use the larger of the two pieces. And we are going to, so you can imagine it folds up like that. You can see there straight away how that is going to fold up. So this is going to cut out our shape on our edge here. Okay. So I'm just going to position that in between our edge score lines, which is why it was easy to fold and burnish. And I'm just going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold that in place, so that when we put it through the big shot, it will not move around, and we will make sure we get it nice and square. So pop that on there. Another bit on this side, don't need an awful lot. And then our edge bit, cutting side down, obviously, we just want to line that up with where we want that to go. Something like that, I think. And again, going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold that in place. Can you believe this is actually the first video I've done using this die set? And I've had it for so long, and I've loved it for a long time. And I've been playing with it, and I actually came up with this project months ago. I just never got around to filming the video. So here we are. So we just stuck that down like that, and bring in the big shot. Lift you up a little bit so you can see that a bit more. Okay, I've already got my precision base plate in place. Just going to pop this down on there, pop our clear plate on top, and I'm just going to add a shim on top because my big shot is playing up a little bit, and I just want to make sure we get all the way through our cardstock. So it does make it a little bit harder to wind it through with that shim in place. There we go, we're through. Just going to go back, and hopefully this will have cut through beautifully, and you will see what a gorgeous die this is. Grab that, slide the big shot back out of the way. Oh, crash. And I think hopefully this will have worked now. Let's peel off this. Gently peel off your washi tape. You don't want to tear the cardstock, but washi tape, and there, I think that has done beautifully actually. Peel that off gently. There we go. Okay, and then we can just pop out with our fingers all of those little bits. Or you can bring in, which I did grab it out, is your die brush. I can't find the mat. Oh, where's the mat? Here it is. Here's our die brush, which will just help us to get out all of those pieces, and you can see how beautiful this is going to be when they all come out. Okay, yeah, that's cut out really nicely today, hasn't it? A few down here, just need a little bit of help. So just get all of those intricate pieces out. It does take just a minute because it is quite an intricate die, but you can see it has cut them out really nicely. And they all are just falling out as I touch them. You can use your paper piercer is good if I had it to hand. There it is. Paper piercer is good for pushing these through. Just talk among yourself while I finish this off. This one just needs a little bit of help. But they are just pretty much all falling out very nicely just as I touch them. Okay, beautiful. Just let me dust that all away. So they're all done there, and you can see just how beautiful that pattern is. And because we put that edge tape on, we've got the edge cut out as well. Can you see? Really beautiful. Looks like I'm going to be hoovering tomorrow though. I've got bits of die cut all over the floor, but never mind. I've got to, you know, work for our art a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, where the edgelet has cut that out, just going to trim that off with my scissors, just there, and again on this side, just there. Okay, so you can see how beautiful that looks. Oh, I can't believe I've not used these more actually. These are really beautiful. So this is going to be our wrap. So we are just going to now cut up all of these little lines on both sides. There we go. Flip it over. Here we go. Right, let's put that one to one side, bring in our smoky slate piece, and we'll just fold and burnish those score lines as well. Now 2 edges also. Okay. And we're just going to snip up there as well, the same. And snatch those out. Let's go around. Okay, corner rounder, and we are going to round off these 2 top corners here. So on your larger of the 2 panels, we're going to round that one off there, one, and round this one up here. And on this one, we're going to round these 2 corners here. So one just there, and one just there. Okay. And now we're going to make this box up first. So this is the simplest thing you're ever going to do. You're going to put some fuse along these 2, the underside of these 2 flaps. So along there and along there. Okay. And that will allow us to then fold this up to one side, on there, fold this side up, okay, just like that. Okay, so that is the box that we've basically made, and then this is going to fold up around it. So this box should fit nicely on here. Okay. What we are going to do first is to trim off the edges. So this is going to stick down at the back. So I'm going to use some Tombow for that. Let's grab the Tombow in. There we go. I just needed, I had a moment of thought that that was an empty Tombow, but it's not. So we're going to stick this down on the back to begin with. So lots of Tombow on the back of your silver box. And that's going to go in the centre of this big panel just here. And just make sure that is pushed right to the back. There we go. And then this is going to fold up and stick down over the top. And then our flap will come down like that. So we're going to make our flap section first. We're going to take these 2 little edge pieces, these 2 little flaps, a little bit of fuse on the back of those. Okay, these are quite small, so just be careful not to tear them as you put fuse on them. You could of course use some Tombow, and then we're just going to fold that over and stick that down to the lid bit, so that will make your lid. Okay, then we're going to put a little bit of Tombow along this side here and along this side here, and then we're just going to fold those up and just hold it for a second to stick down those to the side of your box. Okay. Just need to hold it for a second and it will dry. Talk among yourselves while we do this. Put on maybe a bit more glue on the edge there if it's not quite sticking. There we go. And then the last thing we're going to do is fold over our fretwork panel, and we're going to stick those edges down. I'm just going to put a little bit of tumble on the top here. The beauty of doing this is we don't need to put glue all over it. I'm just going to pick out a few little central bits, but because we're gluing it at the bottom and at the sides, this will stay in place without needing to put a huge amount of glue on the back. Okay, so let's just then put some glue on either side of those two side flaps. Oh, this one's just popped up. I'm just going to put a little bit more glue in there. Hold that still for a second. Okay, and then we can fold this over and round, and pressing down. Just need a bit more glue, I think. And a bit light with the tumble. I hate that. Now I've been too heavy and it squirts out. There is no right solution to this, is there? Okay. Okay. There we go. And then this should fold over. The flap should come down, and there we go. We just cover up our box, and how beautiful is that? I think it's really pretty. Okay, now to keep it closed, I'm just going to press that down to make sure that has stuck nicely. Just put my fingers inside just to pick up those few little bits of glue that we put down. There we go, and then this folds over nicely, as I said, and we can pop our cards in if we wanted to, but just to help keep it closed, I mean, it does close pretty well itself. Just going to take my hole punch. Oh, my voice is starting to play up a bit. And take the hole punch, and just here on this flap we are going to punch 2 holes. So one there, and then at the same height, about 1 inch apart. Try and get it by the same height. I'm just doing it by eye, so it's probably not going to work. Yeah, it's not too bad. Then close up your box. We can pop our cards inside. This is the Smoky Slate Stitched Satin Ribbon, I think it's called. Stitched ribbon, it's not satin. It's very thin, this 3.2mm. And what we are going to do is go in through one of our holes. There we go. No, the other way. Come through the back and through the hole. There we go. Take this all the way around our box. Is that right? Is that what I wanted to do? I think so. Take this round. No, I've done it wrong. What am I trying to do? Can somebody tell me what I want to do here? I can't remember. Right, go in through one hole, out of the next, that's right. Keep that closed, pull this round, and I think we'll snip it off here. This is wrong. I've done it wrong. I did it perfectly when I did it the first time. What am I doing wrong? Where do I want my bow to be? Let's think about it. Right, so I want the bow to be here. So we need to go in here, out of there. Is this right? Oh, I'm not very good, is it? Nobody's gonna be thinking this is the worst demonstration you've ever done, Caroline, and it probably is, to be honest. Right, so our box is closed. there we go, and we can tie it in a ribbon, in a bow. The joys of trying to do bows on camera, eh guys? And let's tie that off. It's upside down. I will make it look really, really pretty for the picture, I promise. What have I done wrong? Why is it not looking like it did when I did it last time? I'll make it look really pretty for the picture, and then you can see exactly how it's supposed to look, I promise. Okay, that was a really bad ending. Maybe I should start filming it again, or maybe I should just edit out the bit where I did it wrong. Try and remember how I did it last time. Does that need to be pulled along? Honestly, don't all start unsubscribing. And people always tell me they love my bloopers, so I'm not going to edit it out. Let's leave it like that. And I'll see what I did last time and how I made it look so much prettier. Yeah. What did I do last time? I need to work out how I did it last time. But let's finish off with a few little beautiful pearls. Imagine that is a gorgeous bow. And we're now putting some pearls just to finish off the top corner here. And there we go, a really beautiful, really simple gift set for your handmade cards you made using the floral flourishes. Oh, my mind's got messed up. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and have a lie down or some gin or something. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.